of the Senate, Chief Dr. Joseph John Gute, Prime Minister, His Excellency Ferdinand Gongo, Minister of State, Secretary General of the Presidency, and Jean Kwete, Secretary General of the Central Committee of the ruling CPDM, of course, in the strict respect of the COVID-19 preventive measures. Although public opinion holds that President Paul Biya left Geneva yesterday to flee from the manifestations of the Anti-Sardina Brigade, which was to hold on August 27, 2021 at the Intercontinental Hotel, the head of state terminated his private trip just at the eve of an important event in Cameroon and Africa, the raffle draw for the 33rd edition of the African Cup of Nations tonight at the Yaoundé Conference Center. President Biya equally has to chair the CEMAC President's Summit, which he convened for tomorrow, August 18, 2021. It was a huge crowd of CPDM militants that accompanied the itinerary of the presidential motorcade from the Simalen Airport to the gate of the Unity Palace.
Now, elements of the 9th District Police Station in Douala have arrested a man suspected of kidnapping a 13-year-old girl who reportedly went missing. The teenager who recently moved to Douala went missing and was discovered in the home of the alleged kidnapper. Details with Nora Kakepi.
This is 13-year-old Melvis, who has finally been found after going missing for weeks now. The teenage girl, an IDP from Northwest Region, who lived with her brother at Makepe Misoke, a neighborhood in Douala in the littoral region, was later discovered in the market in Bonabo Bepanda, another neighborhood in Douala, by her brother's friend, who found her in the market shopping for food items. I met her in the market as she came to do shopping. As you can see, in her bag is fish and rice. Melvis's elder brother declared that the kidnapper reached him demanding the sum of 600,000 CFA francs as ransom, and that ever since his younger sister went missing, he has walked the length and breadth of the city in a desperate search for his sister, even after he filed a complaint to the law enforcement officers, who immediately launched investigations, and he equally informed his parents of her disappearance. The man called me and asked for 600,000 CFA francs. I had already called our parents and told them Melvis was nowhere to be found. After having been found by her brother's friend, security elements of the 9th District Police Station were informed, and with the help of Melvis, the team was led to the home of the alleged kidnapper, with whom she lived for weeks. The question on most lips is, could it be little Melvis was having a nice time? She never attempted to run away from her alleged abductor. Rather, she was found in the market shopping and had to go back home to cook. Some say maybe Melvis simply found a comfortable space and decided to stay. While at the home of the 28-year-old Cyril, the quarter head of the Bonabo neighborhood, remarked, it is not the first time he is indulging in such an act. As a matter of fact, he has just gotten a lady pregnant around the neighborhood, though he claims he has never had any sexual contact with Melvis. That too is his word against medical reports. Investigations have been opened. Meanwhile, Cyril is currently under police custody, awaiting the hammer of justice.
Still ahead, another CPDM member of parliament quits the stage. Honorable Ngaba Zogo Salome, member of parliament for Lake Central region of Cameroon, reportedly died after a brief illness. Her demise adds to the 8 others who have died this year, 2021. Student journalist and internship Nubena Ewane has details of the story.
The Cameroon People Democratic Movement CPDM ruling party has lost another member of parliament barely a fortnight after a similar loss. The Honorable Ngaba Zogo Salome, CPDM member of parliament for Lekkie East in the Central region, passed away over the weekend following a brief illness. Aside being a specialist in the evaluation of development projects, late Honorable Salome Zogo was member of the Committee on Education, Vocational Training and Youth. Her demise brings to total 9 deaths of members of parliament of the ruling CPDM party since the start of this year. Amongst many obituary cases recorded in the party were the deaths of Ngoyetna Marinette, CPDM member of parliament for Sanaga Maritime, Agbuan Tiba Eric, CPDM member of parliament for Oponyong East region, Isaac Ngahan, CPDM member of parliament for Wuri East, with Ngaba Zogo Salome, the latest death recorded in the party. May her soul rest in peace.
Now, Boya, like other parts of the country, is witnessing a rush for school needs as parents prepare their kids for the 2021-2022 academic year. Our reporter Nolinga visited some markets and shops in Boya, southwest region of Cameroon, and compiled the following report.
The markets and roadside bookshops are once more colorful with back-to-school accessories and gadgets. The display of school bags of all shapes and sizes, umbrellas, water bottles, and even billboards can already tell that in less than 2 weeks, school bells will begin ringing and the streets filled again with pupils and students. In prelude to the academic year 2021-2022, we visit this bookshop in Boya, chief town of the southwest region, badly hit and affected by the ongoing Anglophone crisis, where the flow of education has been perturbed for 5 years now. Talking to this bookshop keeper, their motivation for early stocking and supplies precedes future deviant predictions, thus the need for empowerment.
Our motivation for stocking up is because we want our youths and children to be vibrant. And to be vibrant, the first thing that you need to attain to be vibrant is education.
Meanwhile, this year, it seems the prices of some educational stationeries have been augmented. Nadesh Dobgimer once more.
We experience an increase in prices of some items. Maybe per se, books, some of the prices were added, and most of the people supplying us say that due to the outbreak of the COVID-19, which led to reduction or slowdown in production. A carton of 80-leaf exercise book is 30,200 francs, and then an 80-leaf packet has 10 books inside, and it's sold at the cost of 2,800 francs.
Away from the price drifts and range, Nadesh on the whole gives a kudos to the flow of business so far, predicting that sales will be better compared to the previous years, despite all odds.
Business is good, and we are anticipating that this year will be much better than last year because of the ambience with which parents and pupils and even the community is trying to look into the academic year.
As it is, school is a good thing and learning, of course, another. Thus, parents and guidance all over the country are encouraged to make hay while the sun shines.
And the Kids Game 2021 ended in Kumba Member Division, Southwest region of Cameroon. The event brought together over 150 children from Member Division who were trained on different race details with Tamfu Sidwan from Kumba.
The Kids Game Cameroon 2021, taking place in Kumba, was a forum that trained over 150 kids drawn from homes in Meme Division to educate them on the various traits and awakening their moral attitudes.
I want to say my memory verse. My memory verse is coming from the book of Daniel chapter 2.
For 5 days, the children learned fashion designing, photography, baking, communication, and others. On Saturday, 14 August 2021, these kids exhibited what they have learned for the past days. They did fashion parade, quotes from the Bible, games like egg race, thread and needle race, ballet dance, sugar race, and more. According to the organizers of the Kids Game 2021, the intention was to bring kids together, educate them on moral values and other extracurricular activities.
For them to come together, study the Word of God, go to other track activities, be professional even at this age we are. All what we are getting at the end is for them.
How to edit pictures, how to videotape, snap, portrait pictures and landscape. So the children have learned a lot, and
the kids have been able to learn a lot for the past 1 week, learning the stories in the Bible. They have learned a lot of traits. They are able to bake cake, they are able to decorate, they are able to do sewing.
The Kids Game 2021 ended with prize award ceremony, while another rendezvous has been taken.
Flag piece by piece.
Still ahead, the Tarinkun Cooperative Credit Union Limited, a Category 1 microfinance institution with over 70,000 members, inaugurates its Sodeko Bonaberi-Douala branch office after that of Bamendra and Boya. The event witnessed the award of medals to some meritorious workers of the co-details with Charles Kewa.
adjacent 6-apartment building constructed in Sodoko, Bunaberi, Douala to host the Ntarinkun Cooperative Credit Union Limited, Ntaku, was Friday, August 13, 2021, inaugurated by Littoral's governor. In a welcome, the mayor of Douala 4, Dr. Edward, said the name Ntaku reminds them of the word and dynamism, and are convinced the building will boost the economy of his municipality and Cameroon. The 6-apartment building that comes after that of Bamenda and Boya, whose inauguration ceremony was animated by traditional dances from the northwest and littoral regions. Ntaku GM Ade Divine Muma disclosed the construction cost was borne by the members, thanks to the contribution of the Bayam Salams, bike riders, civil servants, and the poor people. Through building contribution, realized the building project for the credit union. To Ntaku's board chair, through Isaac Taku, constructing the building in a city like Douala is for marketing purpose, and they've restructured the union in a way that people who want to put their money should be sure of whom they entrust their money to.
The union started with saving 5 francs, 10 francs, and 100 francs. But today, members' savings have gone to billions.
Said the building will rediversify the revenue resources to keep the union moving and be able to pay their workers. The inauguration ceremony saw the award of medals to some meritorious workers of the Ntarinkun Cooperative Credit Union. Littoral's governor, Samuel Evahadeboa, who cut the inauguration ribbon, lauded the initiative of Ntarinkun Cooperative Credit Union members for setting up a building in the littoral, Cameroon's economic capital, while congratulated the credit union for its contribution to the economic development of the country.
Ntarinkun Cooperative Credit Union also pays over 5,000 civil servants after receiving its salary. Its salary comes from the Ministry of Finance. As such, it contributes a fair share in poverty alleviation and financing of the economy of Cameroon.
He promised government continuous support to challenges faced in the sector at this time with the COVID-19 pandemic. The Ntarinkun Cooperative Credit Union Limited, Ntaku, it should be noted, is a Category 1 microfinance institution with over 70,000 members. Paying interest at 6% will soon clock 50 years of existence since 1972.
Cameroon is set for the draw ceremony of the African Cup of Nations slated for today, August 16, 17, 2021. The ceremony will take place at the Yaoundé Conference Center, as we hear in the following report.
Few hours to the highly awaited draw of the 24-nation African Cup of Nations, Cameroon is set to serve the public with an unprecedented show at the draw ceremony, which holds today, August 17, at the Yaoundé Conference Center. The event, according to Sports and Physical Education Minister Narcisse Moele Kambi, will be rich in sounds and color, with Cameroon's cultural diversity highlighted at its best. Ahead of today's event, Sports Minister had made a list to refuel trips to Yaoundé Conference Center and confirmed it had been given a facelift. The draw ceremony to be hosted by Nigerian sports presenter Mimi Fawaz and Cameroon's Leonard Chanteleng will be attended by the over 50-man delegation from the Confederation of African Football, who arrived Cameroon last week amongst other dignitaries. It should be recalled that this ceremony had been postponed once due to logistical reasons caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. The competition will take place in Cameroon from January 9 to February 6, 2022, with the participation of 24 teams.
And for our world round of Bokengo, where they visited Afghanistan, Turkey, France, and Haiti, and compiled the following report for Prime News.
The world these days rocked by life-threatening events aside COVID-19, which has claimed the lives of about 4.37 million worldwide. Earthquakes, flood, wars, acts of barbarism, and many more have become the order of the day in some countries like Afghanistan, whose future is left hanging on a thin rope of uncertainty since Sunday, August 15, 2021, when Taliban fighters got hold of the presidential palace in Kabul. According to reports, the Taliban resurgence coincides with the withdrawal of the U.S. troops as the U.S. President Joe Biden announced late April 2021. The country that had experienced civil liberties for almost 2 decades now awaits reports of the kind of regime they will live in, with sheer fear gripping the women and girls whose freedom had grown under the civilian government. Their future and place in the unknown upcoming regime is a cry for help. Also, the Haitian government has declared a state of emergency on Saturday, August 14, after a 7.2 magnitude earthquake wreaked havoc in the country, taking the lives of more than 1,300 people. Reports from the country's civil protection agency state the earthquake destroyed 13,694 homes, damaged 13,785 others, leaving more than 5,700 injured. Help from international organizations as the UNICEF are on ground, evacuating and helping people who need urgent and special care as the destruction pushed hospitals to the brink and blocked roads that will help transport vital supply. Meanwhile, in Turkey, at least 77 people have lost their lives to floods that swept through the Turkish Black Sea regions. The flood was chaotic as torrents of water tossed dozens of cars, destroyed buildings and bridges, closed roads, damaged electricity infrastructures, and more. An estimated 2,000 people are evacuated from affected areas, while some 8,000 personnel and 20 rescue dogs are involved in rescue and assistance efforts. Away from floods, some 750 firefighters and water-dropping aircraft battled raging wildfire as thousands of people in southern France were evacuated around the plush resort of Saint-Tropez, Le Mole and Grimaud. Climate scientists say France is said to be the latest of a number of Mediterranean countries to be hit by wildfires, as well as extreme weather due to man-made global warming, estimated to worsen over the next decade.
Bukengo, well, this report concludes today's edition of Prime News, compiled for us by Fifth Tata. The news was produced by Ewane, Nolinga, Ella. My name is Fon Quinter. Primer comes up at exactly 7 p.m. with Kumle. Now stay with us. Good night.